coming back with the 1,000 subscriber special. We're here in the Las Vegas airport. We're gonna go ahead and pick up a dream car that I've been waiting for I don't know, maybe 5 years. I'm accompanied by my beautiful wife, and let's see where this journey takes us. We have to stop at LAX, and then our next destination will be Indiana. We're gonna drive 26 hours home, and we're gonna go and see how this turns out. We landed in LAX. We have about an hour and a half layover, probably about 2 hours. We're boarding at 11. It's already 9:30, but this is way busier than Vegas. It'll be about a 4-hour flight, and then we're gonna have to wait at the airport for a few hours until the dealership opens. We made it to the dealership. I took the car for a test drive, and as soon as I got back, I popped the hood and the coolant reservoir was spewing coolant all over. I went inside. They kind of played a little bit dumb. This car was in a front end accident. It does have a clean title, but you can clearly see the gaps don't line up right here. So these cars, when they're factory, they line up perfectly. As soon as these cars are wrecked, you can never line them up again. So this car is mineral white too, so anything repainted will show up and will be in a different paint. So you can clearly see this whole car is PPF front, but it doesn't look like it's perfect. It doesn't look like it's factory. Interior in this car, for some reason, even though it's 72,000 miles, it has some really janky stuff like this. Steering wheel is very worn. Seat looks very worn. No EDC, but it is manual. Carbon roof. This car looks really good, but this car is scary, and I don't know if this thing is a lemon or if this thing is possibly my dream car. So I'm gonna see if I can negotiate anything. If not, we might be walking away. Getting dinner, part 2. Thinking over the M3, seeing if we're gonna get this thing. A short trip. Coming back to the dealership, I ended up doing the worst thing I could do and buying the car. So I'll have more of a full update when I get back to Vegas and we get back to home. We got to go back to the airport, catch a flight. I had to buy last minute tickets once again. So I'm out like $2 grand on tickets. They do have a couple other cool cars here. That a couple M2s. There's an M2 comp inside, X5M, 2 other M2s out here. But I did buy the car. It is in service right now, getting the reservoir replaced. And I paid for the car. It should be getting shipped out, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. But I bought my dream car. It's in terrible condition, and I'll come back. They said it should take about a week for the car to get fixed and then shipped, so hopefully expecting the car this week or next week, but only time will tell. I unfortunately put money down, and I'm in a very uncomfortable position where I don't want to be here. I don't want my money gone and no car, and being in a complete state way far away. So I'll keep you guys updated, and we'll see how this goes. They have 2 Alpine White M3s. I wish the M3 we're getting is Alpine White, but these M2s are in Alpine White. They look so sick. I definitely need one of these. This is for sure another dream car. We made it back to Vegas, a long journey with some bullshit in between, but we're here in Vegas and we'll pick this video up soon.
I get it until the sunrise, doing 90 and a 65, windows roll down screaming now. Number 1 hustler getting money, why you wanna count a nigga money? I'm a hustler and don't need man one of y'all, and you see it. I see police on that crooked eye, doing 100 on in the state 9 to 5. My shorty leaning, blasting that do or die, wishing at him.
It's currently 7:20 in the morning. I've been up all night, up all day, and we are back with another new car. This is my ultimate, basically dream car for the past 5 or 6 years. A white F80, carbon roof, 6-speed manual, heads-up display. This has been my ultimate dream car, and I cannot wait to get into this car with you guys. I've been waiting this car for a long time. I've been dreaming of this car. If you guys are new to the channel, I do have a black F80 and DCT, but I've always wanted a white car, 6-speed manual and carbon roof. Mine's black, DCT, sunroof. Now this car is a white, 6-speed manual, carbon roof. Literally exact opposites, but this is the dream spec that I've been wanting. I couldn't wait to get my hands on this car. It was quite the journey, quite the process. This is not the video that I originally wanted to bring you guys. This car is from Indiana, and this is a very long story, and this car is a very interesting purchase, and we're gonna get into all that in the video, but let me show you guys the car first. So again, this car is mineral white, 6-speed manual, carbon roof, executive package, and lighting package. I originally was trying so hard to find, I wanted lighting package, I wanted executive, and I wanted driver's assistance package. I couldn't find driver's assistance, so I had to settle for this one, but I couldn't be happier. This car is amazing. This car is so fun to drive. DCT is definitely amazing in these cars. 6-speed manual is a completely different feeling, but this car is hands down amazing. And if you can see the license plate, Indiana. This car came from Indiana. The Carfax is all from Florida. This thing was dealership maintained. This car has 72,000 miles on it. It is clean title, one owner. So I am the second owner of this car. I put about 100 miles on this car so far. The original plan was to drive all the way to, or fly to Indiana and then drive 27 hours home. But this car broke on the test drive. And I originally walked away from the dealership. I wanted nothing to do with this car. And before I left Indiana, I had a last minute buy a hotel, last minute flights home. Cost me a bunch of money, thousands of dollars down the drain, but I couldn't pass this car. I drove it for probably 10 minutes and I could not get over this car. How fun it was, how amazing this was. White just looks so good in this car. I couldn't pass it up. This car is amazing. It has secure interior, which honestly, I thought I wasn't gonna be the biggest fan of, but I absolutely love it. So let's get into the car. Let me show you some more details, and we'll go into more about the story. But thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I cannot stress that enough. I love making videos for you guys. I love the support. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and comment down below, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you have an F80, if you're interested in one, is this your dream car? What's your dream spec? Let me know down below. Coming inside into the interior, as you can see, we are 6-speed manual, secure interior all around. It is not extended leather or anything crazy. We don't have EDC. It does have the backup camera, which is surprising that some of these don't even have that. But this car is nothing too over the top. It's nothing extremely fancy, but for what it is, this car is absolutely amazing. It's showing up very well on camera. I've had this car for 2 days now. It got delivered the other day. At the end of the video, I will throw in clips from the trip down there and of the delivery. This is not how I wanted to make this video. I wanted to do a huge road trip for you guys and go over everything at the dealer and go over everything on the way home, but things just did not work out. So we are here, we do have the car, and this is what we're looking like. Coming under the engine bay, this car is 100% stock. There is nothing done to this car. It is not lowered, it's not tuned, not even a charge cooler, nothing like that. It has stock heat exchanger, everything. So I do need to go through cooling and get everything sorted, but I'd rather have a stock car that has nothing wrong with it than somebody that tried to mod it, did something wrong or did something weird. So we are 100% stock. On the test drive of this car, everything was amazing. The car was super smooth, extremely fast. As soon as I got back to the dealership, I just wanted to look under the hood, so I had popped the hood, and the coolant reservoir had split right at the seam and was spewing coolant back into the engine bay. So immediately I was like, okay, this car is pretty much a lemon. Before I even went there to get it, they told me that the car needed a brake module and that they were going to replace it. And then I said, okay, I said, replace the brake module. I'll come down there in like 2-3 days to get it. And they said, oh, okay. Actually, could you give us about a week? The radio screen also needs to be replaced. So I went in there and I said, okay, why didn't you guys tell me this? It wasn't in the ad. None of that stuff was in the actual ad, the description, none of it. So if you look at the radio, the screen is pretty much destroyed. So I believe it's just a trim piece. The actual screen actually functions all the way. I don't know what happened over here, but it's pretty much mangled and needs to be replaced. So that was a little bit of an issue. So I told him to take money off. This dealer was not very good at negotiating, so I ended up only getting 500 bucks back off the car. They did negotiate a few things. Again, they negotiated $500 off for the radio screen. I believe they negotiated $500 off for the inconvenience of the reservoir actually breaking, but altogether that's $1,000 off. That's really not much when we're talking about a car here. The dealership ended up negotiating a few more thousand, I believe. I believe we ended up knocking it down $2 whole thousand. So $1,000 just by itself and $1,000 because of part failure. But if you come in the interior, I did replace this door handle, just the inside one. They make little clip-in ones, but there is everything on here that's pretty mangled, pretty destroyed. Had a typical issue where it gets super sticky. It would leave so much stuff on your hands that you could not even touch anything else. Another issue on this car is that if you come in the interior and the seats, you can see a lot of scratching. All throughout the seats there is pretty much scratch. These emblems are known for being destroyed and decaying. This one's pretty much all the way gone. This actual side bolster is pretty gross. So it's mangled as far as you can see the actual leather. And something weird about this car, the seatbelt is on the wrong side. It's supposed to be over here, but it's on this side. So this is completely straight. And then when you pull your seatbelt, it buckles like this. But you can't do that, so you have to twist this and then buckle it, but then it creates a weird bind right here and a weird bind up there. So it's not very comfortable. I thought you could take this off and flip it. So that is a little bit of a problem I didn't realize. I guess we're gonna have to go with competition seat belts, which isn't a big problem, but it is a little bit of a bummer. It's up there in price. I did come over here and clean the steering wheel. This thing was absolutely disgusting when I first got it. It looks so much better now, and that was just a couple minutes of hitting it. I do need to go through again, fix this all up, and we'll hopefully get that fully cleaned up. Same thing on this door panel. It is a little bit, you can see there is some wear, some little scratches, but I haven't fully gone through this car. It did not come with a driver's floor mat, but you can see original 3 pedals. That's perfect. Same thing in here. This car does have wear on the shift knob. It was driven obviously for a while. And up here on the steering wheel has these little flakes, but you can feel it. I thought it was just stuff from the radio screen, from the little metal pieces. I thought it was breaking and flying everywhere, but you can actually feel the indent. So I have no idea what this is. If anybody has had this problem, please let me know in the comments. I don't know what this is, and it bothers me, and I don't want to replace a whole entire steering wheel just because of that. The stitching cleaned up amazingly. It looks perfect. I'm gonna hit it again with some cleaner and it'll feel great. It's so smooth, so nice. So we'll continue to clean this car up and get everything right. Another thing is that, let me get the right angle. These buttons, you can see right here, they are cracked. I'm trying to see if I can focus. I don't think it's gonna focus, but these buttons are cracked. I don't know how. This car does have the 72,000 miles. If you turn it on, 72,000 miles. So when we actually start the car, no check engine light, no other lights. Everything is super solid and clean. Engine is incredibly smooth. It is actually very quiet. I have my DCT one, and that car is pretty noisy compared to this one. So this car feels and sounds amazing. I have no other real complaints. It's just instead of some cosmetic issues, but this car is fantastic. Coming in on the passenger side, the same thing with the seat. I don't know what they did to this thing, but you can see that there are just scratches everywhere. It's no real way to fix this. I mean, you could try to clean this as much as you can, and then you'd have to re-dye it, but these scratches are just everywhere. This bolster is in much better condition, but you can see it is pushed over a little bit to the side, so that does need to be addressed. Only real way to address that is replacing this. Just gets worn. But yeah, I don't know what happened with these. I don't know if it's what they're wearing. I would assume it would be jeans with the little buttons, but your jeans don't go up here, so I don't know what someone would be wearing that would actually mark this and actually stain it, scratch it, everything, because there is some black marks. The emblem luckily is in better condition, but there's really no other complaints except for the screen, some seat wear, shift knob wear, but it's okay, that will be replaced. This car was optioned with wireless charging, so under all this has wireless charging. Same thing with this. I don't know what they did, but this car has some wear and this thing just falls, so we're gonna have to replace that. The start and stop button is a little worn, so there's a bunch of cosmetic issues, but overall headliner's in great condition. The rear seat is missing those little things right there. I don't know what you call those. They're just little plastic covers that that hide away the little things for the car seats. So maybe the previous owner had a kid and he broke those, but there is no marks or any wear on the seats, so I don't think they had a kid or car seat in here, but those are missing, so that is a little bit of a mystery. Carbon roof is in fantastic condition. The weave looks amazing. Never had one of these in carbon, so extremely excited about this. I don't believe mine is peeling anywhere. There is a tiny rock chip right here, but I definitely want to get this PPF fully before I ever run into any issues. I don't believe it is PPF'd, but coming over here, the entire front end is PPF'd. If you can see, there is the line right here. So this front fender right here is PPF'd. The hood is all the way PPF'd throughout. The front bumper is completely PPF'd all the way throughout. So luckily that is a big up on this car all the way down here. You can see the seams aren't the best. Looks like it wasn't done the best job, but also I know PPF is pretty hard to work with. So it is PPF'd fully through. Hood, fenders, front bumper. Even down here on the doors, you can see PPF. It is extremely yellow, but it's there. The stock PPF is here, but extremely yellow again. The wheels are all in pretty good condition. There is really no curbing or anything. The calipers have seen some better days. I believe this is probably the best one, but some other ones, if you come over here to the front, the actual sticker is peeling off, or the paint I should say. It is pretty chipped up and scratched. I don't know if it just owner did not care about putting the wheels back on, or possibly they ran different wheels that scrubbed, but over here you can see there are some pretty bad chips. So coming soon, we're gonna have to do a caliper repaint, which isn't the biggest deal. I would like these emblems to be brand new. Front, brand new rotors. Rear, unfortunately they did not replace, but this car brakes no problem, so it's really not a big deal. I'll just throw some new rotors on there, maybe go aftermarket. We'll see what that entails. As far as the body goes, there isn't an absurd amount of damage, but I washed this car today and I did notice a lot more that I would like. If you come over here, I don't know what happened, but that's completely gone through the paint all the way up here. A little ding right here. There's some weird things all along the body. I don't know what the previous owner did to this, or if it was the dealership, but as far as any real damage, it's just that quarter panel. There is a little scratch right here. It is slightly dented, not the end of the world, but it is a little bit of a downside considering this car is mineral white and it cannot just be repainted. I believe the front bumper was repainted. You don't really notice it until you're in the dark, but in the daytime, I don't know. I'm colorblind, so let me know if that looks off to you. I think I'm just a little bit paranoid. I don't think to the blind eye you'd really notice, but this car overall is in fantastic condition and I am absolutely in love with this car. I covered most of this car. It is 100% stock, clean title, one owner, 6-speed manual. This car has been my dream car for the past 5 or 6 years. I'm so incredibly happy to own this car. I would think about this car day and night. I would go to sleep thinking about this car. I would wake up thinking about this car. I'm glad to have my wife. She looks a little homeless right now, but I'm so happy that she's here along the journey with me. I'm appreciative of all you guys that are on the journey with me. Thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I can't wait to continue making content. I know you guys are here for E39 M5 content. That goes for the people that actually have been subscribed to the channel. We are getting to that. I had to get one thing out the way first. I needed this car. This is the car that I want in my life forever. I want to have this car for the rest of my life and make this car absolutely perfect. I thank you guys for subscribing and sticking with me and being part of this journey. I thank my homeless wife for being a part of this journey with me, and I'm just super appreciative of everybody that supports me and that's along with this. So 1,000 subscribers, dream car accomplished, this is a little bit of 1,000 subscriber special, big reveal. This is a big thing for me. I know this car is probably not that special to a lot of you, but this is everything to me. Well, that's everything to me. This is everything after that to me. Anyways, I just wanted to get this video out there. Big 1,000 subscribers, big dream car. Let's keep it going. I want to figure out some merch for you guys and get on the path of that. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. We're gonna get some more footage of this car, and if I think of anything else, we'll come back to it. So I have spoke too soon. On the way home, literally was filming 5 minutes ago. Not bad. Interesting. I've been driving this car around for about 100 miles since I've gotten it. It's been driving absolutely fantastic. This car has an extreme amount of power. I've been fighting grip the whole time. This car has been putting pit in your stomach fast. And today I've noticed a few times under full throttle, it had like a tiny second of cutout. I couldn't tell if it was traction control because this thing has been slipping and sliding all over. This thing has been slipping in 3rd and 4th gear. Really at no point has this car had traction, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I just thought it was traction cutting off because I only had MDM mode on. But the car is in limp mode and cylinder 6 misfire. So one thing I did notice on the Carfax is that this thing had spark plugs done like 4 times. It should only need it once at 60,000 miles, and that's only doing preventative maintenance. Unless there was really a problem, it honestly should be on the factory plugs with pretty much absolutely no problem. My DCT F80 was 70,000 miles, I believe, on the factory spark plugs, and they had no problem. That car never cut out, never had a problem, and the spark plugs looked absolutely perfect with no weird running, no weird burning. So that was a red flag, and here we go. Maybe this car had a little bit of an issue before and they were fighting this issue as well. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to tell. I have another scanner at home that's a lot better. I'll go plug that scanner in and see what this is about. But that's a huge kill to the vibe. That's a real bummer. I guess I kind of jinxed it. Just said in the video, oh, this thing doesn't have a check engine light. And on the way home, drivetrain malfunction. Nice. This is why you shouldn't buy cars from Indiana. Anyways, I'm gonna get this thing home and I'll see if I can dive into this further.
She not a motherfucker wood, cause we certified. Got a system that'll beat and knock your wall off. Got a pump under my seat to sawed off. Got a bunch of goons, hope to never call off. I'm a sniper sitting on the roof, already saw y'all. Ain't too much, I put a strain on me. That's the reason why I have to put the blame on me. I'd rather have them dollar bills rain on me than to let them haters come and make a name off me. That's why I get it in till the sunrise. To a 90 and a 65. Windows roll down, screaming down. Number one hustler, getting money.
I have successfully made it home. It is throwing just the cylinder 6 misfire. I checked with my other scanner. It's not saying anything else. I believe it's P0306. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a ignition coil or spark plug. I am really praying that it's not an injector or anything else, but I have some extra coils from the black F80, so we'll change that when I get some chance. I gotta go to work tonight. I gotta get some sleep. So it is back to the black F80 for now. This is really a bummer. I was enjoying this car so much, but it's a sad way to end this video. I hope this car is not a pile of shit and this car is actually what it seems to be. So we'll come back in a day or so and get some more information on this car. I didn't want this video to go like this. I was supposed to drive back to the road trip, but I guess this car wouldn't have really made it to the road trip, so I guess it was better it got shipped. So this video is kind of going to be all over the place. I wanted to make this video super special for you guys, and I unfortunately wasn't really able to do so with the circumstance of buying the car and how it's broken. So welcome back to the channel. We have another lemon and let's figure this car out together. So back to this car will be sitting. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please comment down below your thoughts on the car. We're gonna get back to M5 content, M3 content, and this thing is disgustingly filthy, But I appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll come back soon and try to get this thing fixed. Later, guys.